Yo, what's good, guys? It's Malad Ghasil speaking. Today is a very special day. It's the first day of Ramadan and the first day of my non smoking challenge. And first of all, Ramadan Mubarak or Ramadan Kareem to anyone who is fasting. Hopefully, this month will go by smoothly and you'll find the peace that you're looking for. Hopefully, I find the peace that I'm looking for so I can help you find the peace that you're looking for. But in any case, I've been up since like 8 a.m. It's around 12 right now. So I've been up for like 4 hours and I am feeling it. The non-smoking challenge is on. I am feeling it. I don't want to fail this challenge in the first day. I won't. I want to go through the 30 days just successfully. I want to do this successfully. And so I don't want to look back at this video and be like, oh shit, why did I even do the challenge? But yeah, guys, trust me, I'm feeling it. Like I said, I'll give you guys updates as the month goes on. But today, I just want to talk about Dave Ramsey's Baby Steps to Building Wealth. He wrote a book, like, I don't know, like 10 years ago about this. I think the book was called Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover or something like that. And in the book, he mentioned 7 steps to building wealth, 7 baby steps that every person needs to take to build wealth and retire gracefully. And I don't have anything against the baby steps. They do work. I just want to go over them real quick and tell you guys my thoughts about it. So there are 7 baby steps. The first one is to build $1,000 as an emergency fund in case something happens. You have $1,000 set aside. And the second baby step is to pay off all non-mortgage debt, which makes sense because the mortgage is usually the biggest debt that people take on in their life. And it takes like 30 years to pay off a home, so it makes sense that he says all but the house. Regardless, so the second one is to pay off all non-mortgage debt. The third one is to save 3 to 6 months of monthly expenses. So if your monthly expense is $2,000, you should have $6,000 to $12,000 saved up just in case. And what was the fourth one was to wait, what is I haven't written down. Okay, so the fourth one is to invest 15% of your monthly income into retirement. And that's also kind of objective depending on how much you make. 15% can be too much, 15% can be too little, depending on how you want to retire, the lifestyle you want to live when you retire, stuff like that. But it's better to save 15% than to save nothing, so why not, right? And the fifth one is to pay for someone's college. So your sons, daughters, nieces, nephews, siblings, just a friend, just pay for someone's college tuition, which is also super generous. And the sixth one is to pay off your home early. So then after you've done all that, just focus on paying off your home. And the seventh one is to be generous and give, because at that point, you're like 60 something years old, you have millions of dollars in the bank account, you can afford to be generous because you paid off all your debt and, all that stuff. And you see, those are the 7 baby steps. I have nothing wrong with it. I mean, nothing against it, because at the end, you retire gracefully, you have a paid off home, you have millions of dollars to live off of until you die, and you paid for someone's college, you have your monthly expenses taken care of, so you're good, But I have objections, because these steps are for people who want to live an average lifestyle. Because look at it. By the end, okay, you're 60 something and you have one home paid off, okay, which is enough. You don't need more than one home. But for me personally, I want an empire, I want like neighborhoods, I want buildings. I don't want just one home, and you retire. Let's say you retire and you have like $5 million in your bank account. That's fantastic. But $5 million today is like $10 million 20 years from now. Because the $1 million 20 years ago, if you just, with inflation and all that stuff, it converts to like $20 million today. So there's also that aspect that if you do end up saving $5 million, with compounded interest, you're saving ETFs and all that stuff. $5 million isn't going to give you the lifestyle that $5 million today will give you. And $5 million today isn't the same as $5 million 20 years ago. So there's that, okay? And also the thing about the steps is save 1,000, then pay off debt, and then save 3 to 6 months of income, in case something happened. And okay, technically there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, let's say you're focusing all your energy, you have the $1,000 and you're focusing all your extra income on paying off debt. You have a $10,000 car note, you have $20,000 in student debt, you have, like, I don't know, $10,000 in credit cards, and you're focusing all your energy into paying them off. And like I said, paying off debt is fantastic because every dollar you pay is a dollar less that you owe that you have to pay later. And if you pay it later, you probably have to pay more than a dollar because of interest. So it makes sense that you have to pay off your debt. But at the same time, you can't focus all your energy onto paying debt if you only have $1,000 liquid in case something happens. Because what good is a paid off credit card if you get laid off for some reason and you can't work and you only have $1,000 to lean on? A paid off credit card isn't going to do anything to you. If anything, you're going to use the credit card again because you got laid off. So in my opinion, instead of going $1,000, then pay off debt, then save 3 to 6 months of income, I would say in the beginning, just start it off. Save up 3 to 6 months of monthly expenses in case something happens. And incorporate the credit card payments, incorporate the car payment, incorporate all of them, and then save it up. You'll have 3 to 6 months of income in case something happens. So let's say for example, I don't know. I think I brought my point clearly. I don't have any problems with the rest of the steps, because the house is definitely going to be so much more difficult to pay off than any credit card you have and stuff like that. And also it depends on the interest rate, because a lot of credit cards have a 25% interest rate. So yeah, definitely pay that off. And if you have a good stable job that you're going to have for the next 5 years, okay, focus on that. But you also need to have an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months. Like, the 3 to 6 months point is very valid, but I think you need to do that before. And in the meantime, it's not like you're not paying off credit cards. In the meantime, you're just paying the minimum payments towards that debt. The credit cards, student loans, whatever you have, just pay the minimum payments until you have a solid 3 to 6 months of income saved up in case of an emergency. Then after that, you can focus on paying off all the debt. And also, when Dave Ramsey was making these baby steps, he obviously he wouldn't know, but like at the time, investment opportunities were different, right? Because, like, for example, Bitcoin 2 days ago, just 2 days ago, was worth $58,000 a coin. Today, it's worth like $62,000 a coin. That's $4,000 in 2 days. So there's also other investment opportunities that, like, let's say you have a stable job and you're focusing on debt, but then you have an amazing investment opportunity that you want to get into, but you can't because you're focusing all your energy and money into paying off these debt that you don't have anything liquid aside from the $1,000 to invest in stuff. right? And with the way crypto's going, it's super volatile. It's super volatile, but it's still relatively towards the beginning, so it's not that stable yet. Bitcoin is definitely the most stable coin. But there are other opportunities to invest in that you wouldn't be able to if you're focusing all your energy onto debt. So my main thing in this, my main thing about the baby steps is that you need to have more stuff liquid. You can't live your life with nothing liquid because stuff happens. $1,000 isn't enough. Okay, if Dave Ramsey said save 3 to 6 months of income then pay off debt, I would have absolutely, like, I would actually encourage these baby steps a lot more than anything else, because these steps are what I would do. And I don't know, I just feel like if towards the end I'm just gonna live, like I'm just gonna live with some $1 million and I'm 60, because there's this whole movement about retiring by you're 30 or you're 40, right? How are you gonna retire by your 40 if you're focusing all your efforts into saving debt and investing afterwards? There has to be, because each person has their own circumstance and their own type of debt, and how they want to pay it off and stuff. But you need to be able to invest in stuff, even if it's a little bit. Okay, if the return is worth it, you should have some money liquid to invest in, right? And that's the main thing about this. That's the whole reason I wanted to do this video, is because I just want to share this point. Everything else, like pay for someone's college tuition, I love that. Pay off your home early, I love that too. Save 15% of your monthly income to retirement, that's fantastic. But with this stuff, because I've seen it happen to family members actually, where they're focusing so much on paying off debt, then something happens, and then they go like, okay, but I have no money, right? Because I've been putting all my money into debt. So that's the thing I just want to share with you guys. Hopefully I was helpful. I really need to script my videos instead of just talking, because I feel like I have a lot of valid points, but because they're not scripted, I'm just all over the place. I'll work on that a little bit more. But in the meantime, Ramadan Mubarak, guys. I hope this month is a blessing to all of us. And have a nice day. Oh, wait. Check out my video that's coming out, I think, next week on my other channel, the Ask Mal'a channel. I'm going to try and do a cooking video next week. We'll see how that goes. But in any case, guys, this has been Mal'a Ghasil. Hope you have a nice day, blessed month. See you guys later. Peace.